Hello, guys. Welcome. So, I told y'all I was coming on at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and this is when I'm going to be doing my lives pretty much from now on, most days out of the week. So, I'm really excited to be getting this started today. So, something I want to do, I'm not going to be on here too long. I'm going to try to condense these as much as I can just to value your guys' time. But if you are hopping on, let me know you're here. I want to talk about a few things that if you are wanting to grow on social media, if you are wanting to run a business and be successful with it on social media, here's just some advice, 3 things that I would start deleting from your mind and from like your social media in general, and then the alternatives to those things. Okay, so first off, to preface this, I will say that before I get into the things that you could delete and change in your social media to find more success, first you need to evaluate and choose your level of commitment to your business. Because I'll be honest, if you're somebody that is just wanting to join a network marketing company and just make like, I don't know, $100 extra a month, some of this stuff is, you're not trying to go like super like financial freedom with it, right? You're just trying to make a little extra money. So it just depends on your level of commitment, like how much you're willing to do, and how much you're willing to set boundaries in certain areas when it comes to your business and social media. So just keep that in mind. This is not going to be the same for everybody, but again, this can really apply even if you're not trying to build a business on social media, actually. Okay, so let's go with the first thing. The first thing is to delete distractions, okay? Distractions can be a lot of things. For me, the things that I had to delete, my distractions was playing Candy Crush. Literally, I could spend like 2 hours on Candy Crush when my son went to bed and just go crazy on that game. I know that everyone has a like little favorite game they love to play, and it's not to say you can never play it, but if you know that like you have a little addiction to something, and it's distracting you, it's keeping you from messaging people, it's keeping you from going Facebook Live, it's keeping you from posting, it's keeping you from getting on team calls. Maybe it's like you binge watch a lot of Netflix series and you just can't put down the remote, or whatever the distractions are. Distractions can also be like drama and negativity online. I know sometimes like we could get stuck in seeing someone else's Facebook drama and like invest ourselves and go on. I know I'm not the only one that has done this. Go on a little Inspector Gadget hunt and try to figure out what's going on, because these people post half their life, but you can't piece it all together without stalking the crap out of them. And it's like, I gotta know my brain. Yeah, that's distractions, okay? So delete those distractions. Now this goes into my second one. The things to delete is deleting friends, family, unfollowing accounts, just anyone who is affecting you on social media. If there is somebody that like, the thought, like when you post, they always have something crappy to say, or they're always negative, or they always like want to give their 2 cents, and it's like affects you, it makes you not want to come on and do your job, then those are people, excuse Nick in the background, those are people that you probably should delete from your social media. And that's why I said earlier, this really depends on your level of commitment, okay? So for instance, say you got, Aunt Susie or something on your Facebook, and every single time you post anything, Aunt Susie has like something opposite to say, and she's just being a total a-hole. We all have those people on our social media. We've all encountered those people. We've probably even been those people ourselves in moments, okay? But like consistently there's somebody that like, so you quit posting because Aunt Susie's gonna say something. Y'all, if you're on social media and you are trying to make a business and like make friends with people that you actually want to talk to, and people that actually relate to you and have a real connection with you, and aren't going to be like Aunt Susie and be a total bitch online, delete Aunt Susie. And I know some people that aren't in network marketing think it's so crappy to like tell people to delete their family. I don't care if you're in network marketing or not. If Uncle Jimmy is just always posting political crap on your page, or like that's all you ever see from him, you can delete him. I don't know why this like rule of social media became like, okay, if I delete you from social media, I delete you from my life. That's not what that means, okay? And that's setting boundaries. And honestly, a lot of people have a problem with that, setting those boundaries. But I'll just be honest. If you're wanting success and there are specific people. Like, it's not just like delete your family just to delete them. Like, no. Or your friends or accounts or whatever. But if you come across people that are negatively affecting your business, negatively affecting how you show up for other people and how you portray yourself online because you are holding yourself back because you're scared of their judgment or whatever, you need to delete them from social media, period. And this even goes for strangers. If you see if this is what I do, you can never overuse the block button, okay? If I see somebody being just like a disgusting person on someone's post, I like sometimes will block them. If I get really bad vibes, I might not even know who they are. You know, and we might not even be Facebook friends, but I can tell that their energy is just gross from something that they're saying on Facebook. I just go ahead and block certain people because I don't want to ever even come across them again. So, like, seriously, if you catch negative energy online, block it. If you're intuitive like that, delete it from your mind. That is space that we cannot allow negativity, other people's crap, affect us, because it does affect us. I know I've held myself back many times because I'm like, oh, my family's watching me. They don't agree with me, or this person doesn't agree with me, and I don't want them to think blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to serve people that disagree with me. I'm here to serve people that, find inspiration in what I'm doing and that want to go on the same journey as I do. You know what I'm saying? So they're not even your people anyway. You don't even have to worry about it. They're not your people. And lastly is just, these all tie together. Mentally delete other people's opinions of you, okay? And these are negative opinions, obviously. There are certain people, I take their opinions, I value their opinions, and I'm going to talk about that alternatively, like, finding people whose opinions you actually like trust and value when they say something to you. But if, like, again, back to Aunt Susie, I don't know, I don't have an Aunt Susie. I'm sorry if someone has an Aunt Susie, like, no offense if that's your name. But, if someone is just negatively affecting you, or they're projecting, a lot of times what it is, and I think we don't even realize, they don't realize themselves, a lot of times when people say something negative in response to something you're doing that's not actually hurting anybody else, just something simple, whether it's your choice of career, whether it is how many kids you decide to have, or I don't know, just whatever, apply it to your life. If you sit back and think, it's not because they're worried for you as much most of the time, right? Like, most of the time, it's not because they're actually worried for you. It's because they're projecting their fear that they couldn't handle that, or they, couldn't deal with that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For instance, I'll just give you guys a very quick example. Super off topic, but just an example. Excuse him. I don't have my own space here, y'all. We're all sharing one big room. I'm in the VBAC groups. You guys know I'm going for a VBAC with this baby that I'm pregnant with. And I see so many women come in there and just vent and feel so defeated because their family or their doctors or somebody has given them this fear in their mind that they can't do it, that they can't have their VBAC, that they can't do what their body's meant to do, when statistics show that it is majoritively, how do you say that? Majority of the time, it is inherently way safer to have a vaginal birth after cesarean versus having a repeat cesarean, especially a third cesarean, on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So people like to project those fears onto others, and it can really, really impact you. So it is a practice to start establishing that if you can tell, just evaluate the situations. Like, is this person really trying to help me? They might think they are, but are they really trying to help me, or are they just projecting what they feel like they couldn't handle, they couldn't do, they don't understand onto me? We do it all the time, okay? We even I'm sure do it all the time when I don't catch myself. So you have to cut that off. You have to delete it. It's a practice. Slowly start to evaluate the things people are saying to you and kind of differentiate with your intuition whose people, what opinions should you pay attention to. And so here's the alternatives. That leads me into the alternatives for these deletions, like all the things that you're deleting, okay? So we've already talked about all the things. We're deleting the distractions. We're deleting the negative people. We're deleting the negative opinions, okay? So in turn, if you are on social media, particularly is what we're talking about, but this can apply to anywhere in life, instead of listening to those people's opinions that make you feel bad about yourself or make you feel bad about the decisions or the things that you're thinking of doing or X, Y, and Z, search out for other people's opinions, not necessarily just because they might agree with you on something, but because you actually value and trust what they have to say. And like, we'll use working on social media, for example. So if your grandma, again, I keep calling out like random family people, but that's like the easiest to, I'm sure we've all like had a family member or something, say these things. Okay, if your grandma comes to you and is like, I don't know why you're trying to build on social media. You need to go to college. You need to get a real job. This is the internet. This is blah, 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 blah. Just like whatever people come up with, okay? But then you have somebody like my mentor, particularly Jessie Lee Ward, who is a multimillionaire and came from literally poverty and has built it all on social media. When it comes to business, who am I going to listen to more? My grandma I'm not talking about any of my grandmas, okay? So if any of my grandmas are watching, this is not about you, okay? Because I don't think any of them have ever really said this to me, actually. If this is grandma that has like lived with grandpa all their life, and she was at home raising kids, she's never built a business. Not to say she's not valuable in so many other avenues of life. Like, okay, I'll probably listen to if her giving me a recipe or her telling me something about raising children or something. But when it comes to business, I'm not gonna take what she's saying at face value, because she hasn't done it successfully. So when I am looking for people's opinions about like building online or doing X, Y, and Z, say I wanted to open up my own boutique or something, I would not go to somebody who's never done it. I would go to somebody who has the expertise, which would be like, for instance, my mentor, Jessie Lee Ward, who has built everything she has from the ground up, from poverty to a multimillionaire online. So find those people's opinions that you trust, that that they have the rapport, and intuitively you feel comfortable going to them. Just like for me, for my VBAC, I'm not necessarily asking many moms that have had only C-sections for many birth things. Not to say that they can't. Like, I've only had a C-section, and I think I'd have a lot of knowledge on birth, but I'm particularly searching out for people that have had vaginal births, or people that have had a vaginal birth after cesarean, because they have experienced it and they will have better insight, and I know that their opinion has a lot more weight to it. It has a lot more value, not value, because people can have value without having to experience it, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like, it just has more experience to it, and that is what I find makes a lot of people trustworthy, is knowing that they've been through it before. Okay, and so in reference to like deleting people and blocking people and all that stuff that we talked about, here's the alternative. Go find your people in Facebook groups, okay? Or when you are posting something, using hashtags that are relevant to the people you want to attract, okay? So for instance, I'm a dog mom, right?
How's that work?
I don't associate with that anymore because I have human children now, and it's not, the balance is not there for me to be both. Like, I have a lot more attention on my kid. So for me, I'm not, even if, say, I didn't have dogs too, like, just either way, I'm just not going to join the dog mom groups, because I'm not trying to have like conversations with other women just about our dogs all the time. I'm trying to find other moms that we can like have a real friendship with and we can connect with, and just share our experiences with. But, and not to say, I'm cool with a lot of people that don't have kids, right? I was one of those people that didn't have kids 2 years ago. I'm just saying, in general, if you're trying to find people that can relate to you, you want to find like-minded groups. Okay, another instance. Say you are a dog mom. That might be an easier example. And you have huskies. Maybe like all you have is huskies. Go find the husky Facebook groups and just make friends. This does not mean you have to go in a Facebook group and message every single person, hey, buy my product. That is not what this is. Because at the end of the day, I have made hundreds of connections with people that will probably never buy from me, and it's okay. Because at the end of the day, at least the people I'm surrounded with on my social media are people I actually want to be around. And that's what, like I said, this can be applied to whether you're working on social media or not. you want to have like-minded people. You want to have people that relate to you and that you get along with, and y'all have the same values. And not to say you can't have people that don't always agree with you. That's fine. But in general, my Facebook feed is way more fun and interesting, and the stuff that people are posting I actually am interested in and enjoying because they're my people. I've went in Facebook groups, crunchy mom groups, plus size pregnancy groups. Hello, I'm a plus size pregnant mom. You know how many plus size pregnant ladies are on my freaking Facebook now? And it's amazing to see so many women, because for so long, there's other plus size women in the world, but I wasn't seeing them all the time. You don't just see people my size, not in my everyday life, with my family, right? I'm the biggest person in my family. So when it came to family and friends, I've always been the biggest person. So it was I just didn't have a lot of friends or family or anyone that was close to me that looked like me, that dressed like me, or anything like that. I joined all these plus size groups. Y'all, I made so many friends with people that just inspire me. Y'all wonder how, if I get my confidence being plus size, it was surrounding myself with other confident plus size women. You see what I'm saying? So find your people, go to groups, find people that you vibe with. Don't just add 7,000 people. Just, if you feel a good vibe from somebody, add them. I just go off intuition and vibes. Literally, I don't know if anyone else can do that, or I know other people can, but I don't know if anyone else feels like when you see somebody's posting, you just vibe with them, but that's how I feel. Okay, and then as far as deleting the distractions and stuff, okay, games, Netflix, all the things. Instead, what you can do is find things that fuel you or will fuel you in your business, okay? So this can mean if you like watching YouTube, I'm a YouTube fiend, okay? I watch YouTube all the time. But here's what I had to do. I had to stop watching the family vloggers. Stop watching just all of the other things that weren't really, they just weren't helping me grow in life or business anyway. Yes, they were entertaining, and entertainment has its place, but I think in our society, we focus so much on entertaining ourselves that we end up wasting a lot of time. So instead of going on YouTube and watching family vloggers and people that are just showing their life, and it's nothing really valuable, when I go to YouTube, I try to find personal development videos. Or, for instance, I'm going for my VBAC. I listen to VBAC podcasts, or just birth education. If you are, just whatever it is you're trying to do better in your life, whatever the goals you have, you want to accomplish. For instance, I'm looking at my vision board right here. I have toxin-free living. Okay, I've been slowly converting the cleaning products in my house. Something you can do if that's say that's a goal for you. Instead of binge watching, Gilmore Girls on the TV, something I used to do, maybe turn on a podcast. If it's something you really want to do, if it's something that actually interests you, you'll pay attention, because VBAC intrigues me literally so much. I pay so much attention to the podcast. Because business and trying to grow personally and just level up myself in life and business, I listen to the personal development podcast. I pay attention. I try to take something from it. So find those things. If it's on YouTube, find the things that entertain you but also fuel and grow you as a person. If it's, what's something else? If you say you like going out, to eat every Friday night. Okay, when you go out, say you could still keep going out to eat, but maybe instead of it just being a time to just purely be distracted and drink a lot and have just kind of be a little reckless, maybe you watch yourself, moderate it, and then try to make some friends while you're there, make new connections, something that is going to grow you, make new friendships, things like that. So just try to always find the opposite. If you're deleting something from your life, if you're taking away something, there's usually always a positive alternative. Like I said, all these different examples. So I hope that this helped you guys. If it did, please feel free to share to groups. If you have any self-development groups, business groups that you're in, if you have any friends that you think would like to see this, feel free to tag them below or send this to them. I do plan to come and do business videos every single Thursday, so you guys can, if that's something you want to look forward to, every single Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on here unless there's a emergency and something crazy is going on. I will be here. So I love and appreciate you guys. I hope this brought some value to you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all. Hey guys, this is Lizzie coming to you afterwards. So that is a recording from my Facebook Live that I did on these business tips. I hope that you found value and this helped you in some type of way. I would love to know your takeaways. If you screenshot this, tag me on your social media at Lizzie and Littles, LIZZYANDLITTLES. And let me know your takeaways. Let me know what you enjoyed, what you got from this podcast. And always feel free to leave a review. 5 stars are always appreciated. That helps my podcast get seen more. Expect business tips to come at you in the following weeks to come. And I do want to say I apologize for having, this just happened again, having my husband in the background. I'm sure that's not something you guys particularly like. It's just kind of the circumstances that we have right now of my free time to get podcasts and videos done. So I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much. Hopefully it won't be too bad next time. But I love and appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for listening to the show. See you in the next episode. Bye.